Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room recap for Monday, March the 19th. My name is Barry Anderson, moderator of your trading room. Any questions for me, you can use this email address. This is a link to get into the free room. You do not have to be a member of Trade Ideas to participate in our room. This is a link for a subscription, and I'm going to put a promo code in, and that'll get you 25% off. It'll be good until 11:59 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. That's Eastern Time tonight, all right? Typically, I open the room at about 9 o'clock in the morning, Eastern Daylight Time, and that's when I start to share my screen. I get live on the mic at about 9:05. I go to 3:30 Mondays to Thursdays and 3 o'clock on Fridays. All right, let's take a look at what happened today. Now, if you were in the room on Friday, you know that I took this. This was an IPO, ZS. I took it right here as it broke over 28. I took it right here at 28.15. I did sell a little bit here at 28.73, and I said I would probably hold this one as long as it closed near the high of the day. I couldn't help it though. I had to sell some more right here at 32.50. Didn't have very much left. I did hold over the weekend and all. That's how it opened, and then as it moved down through, what did I get out at? 29.80 is where I took out the last bit. So that was that sort of set the tone for me this morning on this IPO trade, sort of a continuation from Friday. So let's see, what else did I do today? HRTX had some really good news in the pre-market. This is a bio, had some good news on a late, I guess, stage or phase 3 study. But as typically what I do is I do not like to trade in the first 15 minutes for exactly this reason. You know, look at that topping tail on it, the bottoming tail. A lot of uncertainty a lot of times in the first 15 minutes for most stocks. Of course, you'll always find the ones that, you know, open and just keep going. But I've just found that I like to sit out that first 15 minutes just to give stocks time to kind of settle down and maybe pick a direction. So with the HRTX, well, the direction, it looked like wanted to move down. So I took the short at 28.60. And then actually, if I look here, yeah, I actually had an alert for it on the 15-minute. You can see right there the 15-minute opening range break. Okay, that was the alert. Not very many alerts on that today, but basically when it, right there, you can see there's the bottom of the 15-minute range. So I got the alert right there. Didn't act on it immediately. I think it was still kind of whipping up and down, but eventually got into this short at 28.60. Is that right? 28.60, 28.25. Yeah, actually, it wasn't that far off. I'm sorry. I thought it was a little bit lower than that. So I got in the short right around here at, well, it's close enough. It wasn't 28.71. Having a tough time getting my horizontal mark. So right around there. And I covered some at 28.25 down here, just in case it couldn't break the whole number. I do that a lot, you know, take some off. Then that means I can withstand a little bit of a pop-up. And then it came, and then got out some at 27. It looked like it was really going to collapse, 27.95, but I got out some more at 27.95. Up here, kind of held on a little too long probably. And then as it moved, I guess it was this here, and then as it moved up over 28, I got out. But, you know, it was interesting to me because it had such tremendous news, it just didn't have any follow through. Now, the whole market today is really getting beat up. You know, a lot of talk about, you know, maybe interest rates hike. Facebook, of course, has been just clobbered with the Cambridge news and all. So that's put probably a bit of a damper on the market. So, but overall, I mean, very, very tough to certainly go long anything today. I mean, look at the SPY. I mean, there was the pre-market of the SPY, so it was already weak, and basically it's had very, very little pull-ups. Very few. I mean, really none to speak of. So, you know, who knows what's going to happen by the, you know, we still have another couple hours left in the market, 2.5 hours left. But right now, the market is definitely weakening. This was a big miss for me, unfortunately. MFGP. This was a bounce. And it wasn't so much a miss as that I got kind of shaken out of it. The news on this one, I think the CEO resigned. So, nobody likes to see that. Just got absolutely clobbered in the pre-market. It closed on Friday at 26.33. It got all the way down to 11.54. Poor people who didn't realize that was going to happen who are up here. Anyway, I actually ended up taking this trade looking for a bit of a bounce, and I took the trade right here. Must have been on this. Yeah, it was probably on this candle, right about here. Geez, I'm having a tough time. It was 1443. Just a second. Let's get this done here. 1443. That's close enough. So 1443, it may have even been right at the top here, and it dropped a little bit. So that got me out of the trade basically flat. I think actually what happened is it moved up and then down. And anyway, look what happened. Probably no more than a minute after I got out of this trade, it went from 1440 all the way up to 1559. Kind of hurt me a little bit to watch that one, but what happens. Because look, just as easily, I could have, this could have just collapsed also. So anyway, that was that one. Jern turned out to be not a bad little trade here. Jern also had some good news in the pre-market. This is again the tan area is the pre-market. It had, what was its news? Phase 2 results. And so anyway, there's the pop. Big drop though once during the pre-market dropping. Then it, as we mentioned, it was holding 4. So I decided to take the trade at 413. 413. Right about here. So it was holding 4 well. I think what happened is it dipped down below and then it held, and so I got into the trade right here at 413. Man, it got all the way up to 447. Remember, on a percentage basis, that's a tremendous move in a very, very quick period of time. Remember, these are only 15-minute candles. I ended up selling some at I think it was at 430 and 435. So up in this area here, and then, it's really done not too much since then. But, it was a very quick trade and a great percentage move for a very quick trade. And let's see, that's really about it. This is the one I missed from Holly, unfortunately. I actually tried to take a bounce on this one, but I got out of it. Pulse. Look at the trade. Look at the alert here, 1550, and it was basically straight down, all the way down to 1377. The trick on this one was that right here and throughout most of this move, the volume wasn't very light. I know people can get scared off with that, but it was fairly orderly. I mean, I'm looking right now, and the spread is it's 8 cents. Not horrible. And but that was just a great alert from Holly, 1550 on the short and making it all the way down to 1380. I tried to play this bounce here. I'm all out of it. I got in at, I think it was 1412, and I'm all out of it. But just a really nice alert. And you have to take advantage of these ones. Unfortunately, I was wrapped up in one of those other ones. And I just didn't feel like chasing it. I mean, in retrospect, it always looks like, well, why didn't you chase it? Because look what happened. You never know, though. It could have easily popped. I'm actually looking at this one on the daily chart, and for tomorrow, take a look at this. Here's the daily chart. So you can see that if it takes out the low of today, 1370, I'm going to stick an alert at 1370. This still has room if it wants to fall. I mean, right down to the almost the 10 level. So this is just a disastrous day today, and but it still has some room. So this is one I'll watch tomorrow. See if it takes up. Even today, if it takes up 14, I may hop in and short it. All right, that's about it. I want to get back into the room, close this down right here, and bring back my capture program. So again, if you have any questions for me, just this is the email address you can use, the link for the free trading room, and this is a subscription link. Please look for the code. It will be Get Lucky Holly, all in capital letters. You'll see it. I'll put it in the email here, and that code will get you 25% off. And that'll be good until 11:59 tonight, Eastern Daylight Time, all right? So again, if you're sitting on the West Coast and it's 10 o'clock and you're thinking, oh, I'll do it now, it'll be too late. I'll open the room tomorrow at about 9 o'clock Eastern Time, get live on the mic at 9:05. So I'll share my screen at 9 and get live on the mic at 9:05. So hope everybody has a great evening, and we'll see you in the trading room tomorrow. Bye-bye.